Now look at that. Show 'em what for.
Luna, isiru abik dua. Mani paparamu umurufuru. Wagidu deona. Isiru Luna Eggland Lesha. Not Eggland. Ayu, Udumuna Sachi.
Volk has some pretty catchy music, actually, now I remember. We'll do Underground first. Did you just talk about the moo and the little military helmet there? Uh-oh. Oh, sugar honey iced tea. And again. Come here. Oh. I did not mean to destroy the big fella. Gee, do we need the big key above the door? Golly gee. Oh. Observation skills, none. Go off. I can't remember how long this game is. I know it's not that long. I don't know if it's a one-sitting game, but we'll see. Why'd I do that? Why did I do that? Oh, excuse me. I got enough sleep last night. There's no excuse. Oh, whoops. Oh, okay, I see what I have to do. And oh, we got a key. Oh, no, Luna doesn't pay attention to the environment. Yeah, I agree with you, honestly. Okay, no. Like, for me, I know some people really like these super long games, but sometimes I just want a game I can play in like 3-4 hours and just enjoy. I don't really have all the time in the world sometimes, you know what I mean? That was a waste of the Diamond Fairy. Oh, you don't mean to yawn. I am so sorry. I will try to stop that. Good lord, I need some more caffeine in me. Nope. Like, to me, one sitting is a game that's, like, less than 5 hours, I would say. But then I'm someone who, when I was a lot younger especially, I used to be able to sit on things like World of Warcraft for like hours upon hours, so now I'm impressing myself if I can last more than 2 hours on a game. Although I say this, I recently, on WoW, speaking of, sat for 9 hours straight trying to solve a puzzle so I could get a flippin' mount. But yeah, I lack the ability to sort of focus as much as I used to do when I was younger. Age is a thing, I guess. That's why I like to play these sort of more like quick, easy platformers from time to time. Well, yeah. Hello, Sionion.
ループダンデアフテムニョマふみにゃみなみゃむなぐるぐ
Yeah, and it's also why, like, games were a lot harder, almost to the point of, like, just stupid design, because, you know, this would be a game that would have to last you for quite a while. That's why you also have password systems, because save slots weren't really a thing back then. The industry, I think, is starting to realize that, you know, a lot more people just don't have the time to sit and play hours upon hours of games. I think that's why gacha games have become so popular, because you can, like, pick them up on the go, but then gacha games have their own problems. You know, like, for me, I remember being able to play, like, Sonic the Hedgehog, and, you know, you'd have the password system or the save system or whatever. But yes, we are playing Klonoa today because I thought it'd be a nice relaxing game to play for my first stream of 2025, before we go back into the doozy that is Mass Effect 3. It does make me so happy to see people being excited about seeing Klonoa. Yeah, it's why I like Balatro, because Balatro you can kind of just pick up and play. Same with like Binding of Isaac, you can just dive in. Oh, what? I think that's why games like Balatro and stuff like that are doing really well. Oh no, ads! That's such an energy. Oh, quite nice. Down we go into the bowels. Oh hey, my YouTube channel, which by the way, if you want to catch up with Dragon Age or Fatal Frame or Mass Effect, they are on YouTube. This will be going up on YouTube as well. I'm glad that game designers are realizing that not everybody wants to play a 150-hour RPG or like some sprawling open world game. I think that's why I really like the indie industry at the moment, particularly as a horror and RPG fan, because it's like there is some really good stuff coming out of the indie scene. Or even like just smaller studio devs and such. I mean, look at Hades. Hades made roguelikes more accessible for people. Oops. Like, indie horror to me, I've always loved indie horror. I just feel like I'm someone who, you know, used to play those sort of, like, RPG Maker games, you know, your Mad Fathers, your Mizaos, whoops. Eve is one I'm going to be playing on this channel again very soon. And then, of course, you have things like Stardew Valley, which is now a massive success. You have Undertale. I'm the same, okay, no, like, I've got, obviously, if you've been watching me for a while now, you know I've got Mass Effect and Dragon Age Veilguard on the go, but I'll also play things like this, Astroneer with Luke, Atlas, Klonoa, those sort of shorter, sweeter games like Nights into Dreams and things, just to kind of break it up a bit. And that's what my new schedule's really aiming for, starting next week, is 2 days are dedicated to the big long games, and the other 2 days are for like more cozy games, shorter games, weird, unusual, quirky games that I find on the internet or things I remember. I know variety streaming like can be a bit risky, but I just like playing stuff that makes me happy. This is it? Popka's just like, heck yeah! I want to play Metaphor, but yeah, I know that if I play Metaphor, I'm committing to that. Because Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, second chapter, second part of it's coming out towards the... what's the word? Towards the end of this year. I'm, like, ready to commit myself to a pretty long RPG. I mean, that's going to be like 40, 50 hours minimum. So that's going to be fun. Although it's hard to break into the gaming ecosystem, but indie games and gaming companies I've seen that will always push the envelope and not be bogged down by shareholders having an opinion on what needs to be in the game themselves, like the whole dark era of ridiculous microtransactions. Agreed. Like, I get why I don't agree with the whole system of microtransactions, albeit I am someone who's bought into it from time to time, which is my own fault. Also, my chat box has been driving me bonkers. Oh, that's fine. Like, I play MMOs, I play 14, that has microtransactions in it, whether people want to admit it or not. WoW has them, League of Legends has them. So that's why I always say support indie devs, because we're seeing some really interesting and unusual stuff coming out of the indie scene at the moment. I mean, look at Balatro. Balatro was an indie game, and it was nominated for Game of the Year. Against heavy hitters, may I remind you. Like, I got a couple of horror games that are coming out on my wish list and I'm really looking forward to. Now, granted, the indie scene isn't perfect. Garden of Banban is an unfortunate prime example of that. I have very strong feelings. Ooh, whoops. Yeah, I think what Balatro's done correct, and this is where I really like Balatro for someone who's not normally into card games, is you can just pick it up and play. And it's on the phone, so you can play it on the bus, you can play it on the train, you know, you can play it on your lunch break, you can play it in bed. They got that formula down for people who just want just a roguelike. You know, no frills, no over-the-top gimmicks or anything. And then if you want like a proper roguelike, you know, like proper, like, you're going in hardcore with all the little bits and pieces, you have like Binding of Isaac, you've got Hades, you've got games like Slay the Spire as well, and Dead Cells. Do I think that some indie games have oversaturated certain genres? Yes, I do think farming sims have become a little bit like the zombie game of the cozy indie scene. But I understand where their appeals there. I think we're, oops. Oh, I drowned the cabot. I get why farming sims are super popular and also kind of like a good choice to make. You can make anything a farming sim. Oh, for sure. I do think there are some major companies that do kind of understand. But I feel like just... if you're somebody who wants something experimental, you want something that's a little out there, a little different, just go to the indie scene, period. I mean, we have games like Mouthwashing, for example, that would never, ever be made, you know, by a big studio because of what it explores. No spoilers in chat, by the way. What am I doing? Did I go the wrong way? want to play mouthwashing. It is on the to-do list. Look at the mice! Oh, they're so cute. Inscription is one I need to finish. I was talking to Luke about that last night, actually, and I'm gonna stream that eventually, like fresh start. Mainly because my memories of it are a little bit fuzzy. I love the music in this zone. I mean, one of my favorite games is Fear and Hunger, which is just made by one dude. Very, very, very hard and very cruel game, but I love it. A 4-pack of beer selling for 40 bucks yesterday? Good lord. I assume that's expensive? I don't know much about, whoops. I don't know much about alcohol. Oh, for goodness sake. Luna, why are you bad at the platformer? Oh, I don't know. Oh, it sent me all the way back here. You just... Oh, wow, that is really expensive. What on earth? UFO 50. That doesn't ring a bell for me. I'll have to look that one up. It's like, I'm really excited for Deltarune Chapter 3 to come out. Like, that's another game I really want to play is Deltarune. I might start weaving that one in. It's like, say we want about like Five Nights at Freddy's, and yeah, the series has gone in a weird direction now, but I gotta give Corfon his flowers on that one. He made a game that just blew up, and yeah, sure, it kind of unfortunately created this oversaturation of mascot horror games. Some good, some bad. 50 games from a fictional developer from the late 80s. Ooh! That sounds cool. I'm gonna have to look that one up. I love that sort of stuff. Another game I really want to play at some point is, I think it's called Untold Stories. Ooh, okay, you've sold me on that one. Okay, now I'm gonna have to look that one up after stream and add that to my wish list. Because I know, in terms of games that I want to play on stream, like big, like games that I really, really want to play, I obviously really want to play, I want to finish Mass Effect, because I love Mass Effect. Got to finish Dragon Age, because I've really been enjoying it, but I need to get it done. I really want to play, okay, so I don't know if any of you might have heard of it, a game called Deadly Premonition. Oh yeah, there's always going to be copycats. I mean, I remember when Stardew Valley really took off, everybody made a farming sim. But I really want to play Deadly Premonition. That's a game I really would love to play at some point on stream, because it is an experience, I'll say that much. Ooh, I'm trying to think of other games. Oh, I needed him. Whoops. Let's see. What else would I really want to play? I obviously want to get back to Baldur's Gate 3, but that's a long game. Octopath Traveler? Excuse me, sorry. Let me have a drink. I really want to play Octopath Traveler. I've always been fascinated by it. But I know that's going to be another time sync one. Mouthwashing's obviously one I really like to play. I want to go back and play Eve. I want to go play Mizao. I want to play Amori at some point. I really want to also play some games from, like, my childhood, like Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask. Oh, goodness me. Eternal Darkness is one I really want to dig out at some point, because, oh, man, that was one of my favorite horror games growing up. If not one of my favorite GameCube games. Ooh. I want to play more platform. I really want to play the Jak and Daxter trilogy at some point. Another series of games I really adore. And Spyro, because I did play Spyro when I first started streaming, but I'd like to like restart and do that. Because I love Spyro. I'm calling shenanigans on that. I'm calling shenanigans. So we're not going to talk about that. Oh dear. It ain't a Luna car on the stream unless Luna falls down the ledge 3 times. I play video games. Ooh. I would love to see Jak and Daxter come back. Another series I'd really like to try one day is Sly Cooper. I've never played Sly Cooper. Shocking, I know. But I've always wanted to play Sly Cooper. And I've always wanted to play the Ratchet and Clank series, because I've never played those either. Yeah, I've always been fascinated by Sly Cooper. I never played it. I would love to play the older Fatal Frames, but at the moment there's no PC port. It's a case of having to do it in other ways, which I'm sure I could set up and easily do. Like, there's loads of games I really, really want to play. Yeah, I've been told because I like Jak and Daxter, I'll really enjoy Ratchet and Clank. Similar sort of tone, energy kind of thing. I know about all the memes with Dr. Nefarious, I think his name is. I love Jak and Daxter. The original trilogy was some of my absolute favorite games of all time. And I know some people have thoughts about the direction the game went in. I love the direction the game went in. I remember seeing Jak 2 when it first got revealed, and I was like, oh my gosh! And I was just so in love. Uh-oh. I'm gonna run out of lives because I'm bad at video games. Eep. Is this a pity piece of health? Certainly feels like it. I think that's what I liked about it. It understood that its audience had grown up a little bit and it wasn't afraid to explore some really dark themes, but not in like an edgy... Because I remember people like, oh, it's so edgy now, and it's like, no, it was cool. Because when they had Jak talk, I remember being so psyched. I really want to play the Okami series as well. Okami. Hey, I like... Okay. Hear me out. Hear me out. I unironically actually kind of enjoy the Shadow the Hedgehog game on GameCube. The soundtrack for that game is one of my favorite soundtracks from the Sonic series. I will not answer any further questions. Oh dear. I love my edgy boy going down with a gun. Oh, it absolutely admittedly is camp and cheesy as hell. I'm not gonna deny that, but it's I appreciate it for what it is. It was a product of the time. Shadow was really, really popular. Sega were like, we can make an edgy Sonic game. And it didn't quite land. So, yeah, here's the thing with Sonic the Hedgehog. We're gonna go off a tangent. Sorry if anyone's interested in the story. I do apologize. Sonic the Hedgehog as a series, even its bad games, have some of the best and consistently good music you will ever hear. For me, I was talking about this with I have a friend called Hody. He's a really cool dude. He and I adore the Sonic soundtracks. Sonic Adventure 2, that soundtrack lives rent-free in my head. If I had to put like top 5 video game soundtracks, it's up there. It is absolutely up there. Crush 40, mwah, chef's kiss. Even Sonic 06, dodgy as hell that game is. Silver's theme, Dreams of an Absolution. Live and learn, live and learn, so good. Wait, Shadow's theme is so good. Sonic Heroes has some absolute bangers. Like, I'm gonna have to play the Sonic games at some point so you can all hear me nerd the hell out. I love Sonic the Hedgehog so much. I still love Sonic. I need to watch Sonic 2 and 3, the movies. I've only seen the first one. I mean, Keanu Reeves as Shadow the Hedgehog? My 2 favorite things in the world? Onward to Volcol. Alert, alert. An enemy? This does look like something that Robotnik would make as a bad Nick, wouldn't it? Oops. I think what I love about Sonic, and I will say this about Sonic, they were not afraid to experiment with that hedgehog, were they? But you're talking to someone who will defend Sonic R and Sonic Shuffle, so, you know. My opinions on Sonic are probably incredibly trash to some fans. Oh, by the way, if you've never listened to Sonic R's soundtrack, please go listen to it. It is amazing. Uh-oh. Oh my god. That's not fair, game. Come on. Game. Game. Oh, I'm so dead. I'm not dead. Oh, that's not good. I think that's the thing is like, I'm glad they've realized that, you know, the 3D games aren't going to flow like the 2D games do, and that's fine. That's perfectly fine. Uh-oh. Woohoo! Like, I love Sonic 2 and Sonic Adventure 1 and 2. I do. Like, genuinely. Mahi? She's such a badass. I love how Wahoo is the set sound for either questioning sounds like wah or her. Look at this power stance. Yeah, the dream language takes a bit of getting used to. Ten out of 10 evil laugh. Oh, that would not surprise me, Scion. But 10 out of 10 evil laugh from Leorina. Lolo and Popka's like, this is a great time to grow conscience. We're all gonna die. Beep boop. I wonder why the camera was fixated on the robot. Rude. It's one of those, yeah, don't worry, I'm the same. I'm having moments like, I remember this now. I love it when a game does it though, when you haven't played a game in like years and then you play it and just little things come back. Like for me, it's certain line deliveries. There's games I've played that I haven't played in years, and then we'll get to a part in the game and it's like, I remember that line delivery like exactly. Well, I'm really excited to eventually play Grandia 2 on stream, speaking of like line deliveries. Grandia 2 is so good, it has a hell of a voice cast. One of my favorite RPGs. An RPG I'd love to see on PC one day is Eternal Sonata. I really wish they'd just port that over to PC at this point. Underrated gem of an RPG. I love. Oh Lord! Oh, there it goes. Oh, the soundtrack for Eternal Sonata alone, and then just the music motifs. Just gonna skip that. I don't mind. It's not the end of the world. Oh, I love Eternal Sonata. Oh my god, I'm thinking about Eternal Sonata now, and now I'm gushing. I'd like to play one of the Tales games eventually. I have Tales of Symphonia, and I have Tales of... Oh, I can't remember what the other one's called. But I have, like, 2 of the Tales games. I like to play those. It's like... Yeah, I know, right? Gets to that one part. Oh my god, do not remind me. That is me with Final Fantasy IX, and it's a point in... I can't remember it specifically, because it's been a while, but there's a point in Disc 2 that I really just find FF9, I want to smack my head against the wall. It's not a long bit, thankfully. For FF10, it's the Faith Trials. I hate the Faith Trials. Oh no, it's gonna get me! I've been told Symphonia is one of the good ones, which I own. Roasted rabbit. I am doing tragically at this. Good lord. I don't think it does, no. I remember having to swap the discs as a kid. Get to the end of Amicia and you're just like, disc swap. Oh, go away. The game's giving me sympathy lives. I'm not sure how I feel about that. That's just embarrassing. Luna, why are you bad at Klonoa? I don't know. Yeah, pop the description in chat. I'm sure somebody will know. Oh my goodness. Nobody saw that. And if you did, you're lying. Bada-boo. This is turning into that moment from Game I Love, but then I get to that one bit. No! Sugar honey iced tea. My New Year's resolution of trying not to swear as much is going so well. To the delivery to the magical necklace, the villain wants to take over the world's fully voiced 2D sprite cutscenes. There's an older gentleman that was suave and had a trench coat. I believe he's a gun for some... That doesn't ring a bell for me. Luna, I've never actually played the Luna series. I want more horror RPGs, like Fear and Hunger style sort of games. Uh-oh. He's back again for round 2. I love how this game went from like a super cutesy, happy little game to, oh wow, we're in a city that's literally burning to the core. Speaking of games with that part. If you have slight motion sickness, I do apologize. I know that kind of camera can make some people feel a bit oof. It'll be one of the games, it'll come back to you suddenly one day and you'll be sat there and we'll be like, when the stream isn't live or something, you'll be like, I remember now. La Pucelle would track. That did have priestesses in it, I think. Never played La Pucelle, but... We're getting there. We've at least sort of found something similar. Turn-based. It's not Disgaea, is it?
Wagyang, guru bau, guru wow, jai. Aguru, kung wagyang bawango. Au, jai gau mukyang bau. Waputurior jorianto. Bakiro, tuor porkura. Ajamu, jai, wang waguru. Isentuleng, lutulionda. Oda.
How could Leorina activate the bell, I wonder? I really need a Luna Think emote.